Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. This video is mainly aimed at junior doctors and foundation year 1 doctors. Choosing the right hospital to work in is very important, especially if it is your first hospital. A FY1 working in two different hospitals can have very different experiences. One will come out loving their job and the other will seriously consider a career change. Yes, it can be that brutal, and it all depends on the trust you are working in. So it is important to seriously consider which trust you choose because it can make or break your career. The first tip: District General Hospital versus tertiary hospitals. There are mainly two types of hospitals here in the UK: large tertiary centres and small district general hospitals. Tertiary hospitals are normally much bigger, have around 900 to 1,000 beds. Most of them have all the medical and surgical specialities. Some are even specialist units or transplant centres, and most are teaching hospitals that are affiliated with a university or a medical school. DGHs, on the other hand, are much smaller. They have around 200 to 600 beds and they don't necessarily have all the specialities within the trust. For example, my district general hospital that I'm working in now does not have a cardiothoracic or renal unit. Whether you choose to work in a tertiary centre or a district general hospital, it is down to your personality. Some people love working in a large or tertiary hospital. Others prefer a much smaller DGH. There is honestly pros and cons to both. The good thing about working in a tertiary centre is that you have everything under one roof, so you don't spend ages referring a patient to another hospital. If you want a vascular consult or a renal consult, you can pretty much get it within the same day. In terms of training, almost all tertiary centres are specialist units, so the cases you are exposed to can be very interesting and you will certainly learn a lot more. You have more chances of seeing rare diseases, learn about new treatments and studies, and practice cutting-edge surgical procedures. You will also get a chance to use state-of-the-art medical devices. You will also have lots of opportunities to learn from great clinical professors, and there will be lots more opportunities to be involved in research, academia, and participate in world-class presentations and audits. Also, this is a bonus. I know it is not important, but tertiary hospitals have better catering facilities. Most of them have a Costa and, if you are lucky, even an M&S. Having worked in both types of hospitals, I personally prefer District General Hospital. DGH is of course a lot smaller, but because of that you get to know everyone. You know all the consultants, all the staff, you even get to know the biochemistry technicians. As a medical registrar working in a smaller hospital, you have a better hold on all the patients. District general hospitals are also less busy, so as a trainee, you definitely have more time to spend on training and developing your skills as a junior doctor. You have more time to do procedures, quality improvement projects, and audits. Honestly, I had more opportunities to learn and do more practical procedures in a DGH than I did in a tertiary hospitals. The clinics are also often less overbooked compared to tertiary hospitals, so you get to spend more time with the patient. And the consultants will also have more time to go through and discuss each case with you if necessary. The next tip is about job banding. This is something to be aware of when you are selecting your rotations as a junior doctor, especially for FY1 and FY2s. If you are an FY1, try and choose jobs that are fully banded. Yes, you will have to do on-calls and work more hours, but trust me, it is worth it. The pay difference between a fully banded job and an unbanded job can be up to £1,000 difference. Most medical and surgical jobs in FY1 are banded, so try and pick those rotations for the first year. The banding of jobs varies from trust to trust, so it is worth checking with the trust before you rank your jobs. For example, my GP rotation in Nottingham was not banded, but the GP rotation in Surrey is banded. Of course, on the other hand, if you are looking to work less hours or want to study for an exam or have other commitments, definitely go for an unbanded job. The next step is about locums. All doctors are able to do locum shifts as long as you opt out of the working time regulations. You must still make sure that you are safe and not working some crazy set of hours. FY1 can do locums, but because you are not fully registered with the GMC, it is only advised to do internal locums. FY2s or SHOs are free to do internal and external locums if you want to. The locum rates varies across the UK. It honestly depends on the location, the post, and how desperate the hospital is to cover the shift. Generally, in hard-to-recruit areas, the locum rates are often a lot higher. For example, an SHO might earn £50 an hour working in Hospital A and £40 an hour working in Hospital B. I know the difference is not much. At most, it is a £10 to £20 variation between trusts. But if you are doing a 13-hour shift, it all adds up and it will make a huge difference in the end. You can always tell a trust that values the junior doctors will offer a good and competitive locum rate. The next tip is about training. All hospitals need to honour every junior doctor's training needs. Unfortunately, not all hospitals value this and accommodates this. There are some hospitals that I've worked for where it is impossible to get training days or study leaves off. On the other hand, there are other trusts that I've worked for that automatically gives you the training day off even if you're on call on that day. So you don't have to go through the extra hassle of trying to find swaps in order to attend your training days. A good hospital will recognize and make adequate rota adjustments to accommodate your training days and study leave, especially if you inform them in advance. The next tip is about Rota Gaps. It is always a red flag when a trust has loads of Rota Gaps. It could mean that the doctors simply don't want to work there for some reason, or that the trust is just not working hard enough to recruit doctors to fill in the gaps. Some trusts are unable to fill the Rota Gaps because of inadequate funding or cutbacks. Locums are expensive for the trust, and if the trust is in financial crisis or in debt, they won't be able to recruit enough doctors to fill in the gaps. Rota gaps simply means that the ward and the hospital is generally understaffed, and this is an issue to everyone, especially if you are a junior doctor. Basically, you will have to work extra hard and possibly do the work of 2 to 3 doctors if there is a rota gap on your ward. Before I end this video, the best way to find out about banding, rota gaps, locum rates and study leave is by asking the HR department and the rota coordinator in the particular trust you are working in. But more importantly, do ask other doctors who have worked there. They will be able to give you a more inside view about working in the particular trust. And an even better way to find out is, if you have time, do a couple of locum shifts in the trust. That way you will be able to have a feel of how the hospital works and what the hospital environment is really like. That is all for my video today. All the best for finding the perfect hospital. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!